This side of my face feels different. Seriously, different. This is phenomenal. We all know that women are the queens of multitasking, but this little beauty is the multitasking queen of anti-aging and skin rejuvenation. This is the Haloral Ice Queen Facial Glow device. 7 different benefits in one device in the comfort of your own home without the cost of going to a salon. I'm going to be giving half of my face the ultimate facial. I'll be showing you each step so you can see the results and the benefits for yourself. The first step is a cleansing process. Now, I wouldn't use it to cleanse from being made up like I've got now. I've got quite a light foundation on, not that much eye makeup. I wouldn't use it. I think you still need to take your makeup off yourself. Now, I've just cleansed my skin, but this machine now takes your cleansing to a different level. It has sonic vibrations. And what this does, it opens the pores and gets all that dirt, the grime, the dead skin cells, residue of makeup, your oils, and it pulls them out of the skin. The best way I can describe it is the difference between having a vacuum cleaner and a carpet shampoo. You can go over your carpets and you think that they're clean. You get one of these carpet shampoos, you know, with this clear cylinder, and the amount of dirt it picks out, that's what this does. Now, you can use that directly on the skin, but as an option, and I'll show you both, you get like a little connector ring which goes over the top. And what that means is you can put some cotton wool in between it. I tried it with the cotton wool that I use. I tried it, and I'll be honest, this cotton wool was a bit too thick. So I'm going to split my cotton wool, and then you lay that over the top, and you put your connector ring on top. That's what it is. That's what it does. I will do a little bit with it, but then I'm going to take it off because it's an optional process. I personally prefer it without. Is we take our cleanser, and I'm only going to be applying this onto one half of my face. I never use dry cotton wool to remove cleanser. I always damp it with water or with some toner. This is my toner. I'm just going to press down. So that's slightly damp. This is why I don't particularly like this cotton wool, but because it tends to sort of scrunch up a little bit. So we have the mode at the bottom. We're pressing the bottom button, and on the menu here, we'll get clean. The middle button is your intensity. It's got sonic vibrations, and these vibrations open the pores. Feels lovely. Just feels like the vibrations on your skin. But there is more dirt coming off. Look at that. Look how much gunk is on there. I much prefer it without. Now that now feels warm, it's smooth. Imagine warming a teaspoon and just putting the back of a teaspoon on your face. Just warm, not hot, just warm. Feels actually very relaxing. Do you know what? Already, just with that, I can see. I'm going to wipe over my skin again with some toner. That already looks so much brighter. So much brighter. And that's step 1 of 7. And just look at the difference in my skin. And look, still more dirt coming out, which means it's opened the pores and it's drawn it all out. So before I did this, I went over and the cotton wool was clean. And now there's more coming out. It's quite amazing, actually. All of that dirt on there. The next mode is LED light therapy. Now, I am a huge fan of LED light therapy. I think the LED mask is an absolute game changer. LED therapy definitely reduces your fine lines and wrinkles. I've been using a mask now for probably about 2 months, and without a shadow of doubt, there is a difference in my skin. Without question, there is a difference in my skin. And I use an LED mask every alternate day without fail. So this device has got 4 different wavelengths. The red one works at 650 nanometers. That's the anti-aging one. So it rebuilds the collagen and the elastin. That's giving you the firmness. We then have the green light. That's the one at 520 nanometers. That's great for blotchy skin, reducing inflammation. The orange light at 600 nanometers. Great for boosting absorption of products. It almost pushes things into the skin. Then have the blue light, which is 415 nanometers. Now that's one that's quite superficial. Great for killing bacteria. So your breakouts and your spots, whatever, get the blue light on it. The mistake I see people make when using LED is they apply a moisturiser on the skin thinking the moisturiser is going to penetrate deeper with the LED light. No, it doesn't. Moisturisers contain oils and emollients, and what they do is they create a barrier that stops the wavelengths passing through. What we need instead is a conductor. Hyaluronic acid, it's a great conductor. You can also use green tea serum, that's also a fantastic conductor. Today I'm going to use some hyaluronic acid. This is just by the ordinary. You do need, actually, more hyaluronic acid than you would normally probably use. Now, this feels really quite warm. So the red light, remember, is anti-aging. As I'm doing it, I'm almost pushing up. So I keep it on my skin, but I'm not applying pressure when I come back. Lightly back and pushing up. Lightly back, pushing up. So I'm always lifting the skin. What you don't want to ever be doing is dragging your skin down. If you want to treat those lines around the mouth. Okay, we're down the green. Remember, the green is for uneven skin tone, if you've got blotchy skin. This is really great for calming the skin. So we've got the green, that's changed. Got the orange. It's really aiding the absorption of the product. So serums on your skin, etc. go in. You do each of these for anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. So the last one I'm going to do is the blue light. So blue, of course, great for breakouts. Now, it's not unpleasant, but after 4 different lights, this is probably the one that I feel the most. It's very much like little tiny electrical sparks. So if I can describe that, little tiny electrical sparks going through my skin. So that's the LED, that's step 2. You've got 4 different wavelengths, treat different things. You can do them all 4, that's absolutely fine. But also you can pick the colour you want and just do that. The next mode is called whiten, because this mode is targeting the pigmentation mark. So when it's whitening, it's only whitening the darker spots, not the whole of your face, but it does lift and brighten the skin. For this, we need to apply a brightening serum onto the skin. You can use anything like vitamin C would be great. What I've got here is niacinamide. Again, this is something else from The Ordinary. I'll put links down below. But the niacinamide is a lot richer in consistency. It's a much thicker serum. But we need to use more than we probably would. Oops. And you don't want to be massaging it in. It almost wants to sit on the surface of the skin. So there we have the mode. It's warm. Again, I'm going light when I'm pulling it back and then putting the pressure on when I'm lifting it up. It's very relaxing to do. And it really is a very lovely device. It does a lot. I can feel it. The next mode we have is quite genius. This is called the import mode. Now, what this does is gets the products, actually serums, and pushes them deep into the skin. We've got the metal plate in the middle. Let me just spray a little bit of water onto that plate, and then you can see what happens. Look what's happening there. Now, these are these ways it's got the product and it's pushing it. It's absolutely forcing that out. Imagine that's the serum on your skin. The serum I'm using is, again, by The Ordinary. It's called argireline. This is a peptide. We need to be using a peptide at this stage. Peptides are the building blocks of the skin. This is what's going to keep it firm, going to help support the fine lines, going to beat wrinkles, going to just lift the skin. I'm going to put that all the way around. So I'm on import. It's very, very easy to use. It's really easy to use. Gosh, this is really absorbing. Wow. I must be very dehydrated around my eyes. I can feel this pushing it in straight away. This isn't a superficial facial. This isn't a facial that just works on the outer surface of your skin. This is a facial that really gets deep. But I love the fact that you can do it yourself and just pick and choose the levels you want. I think when you do something like this and you do the half, you actually visibly see the difference. But more than anything, I can feel the difference. I think the next mode is my favourite of all of these, because this is something that personally I actually want and need an awful lot. It's this lifting mode here. You know, you look in the mirror and you go, I could just lift that bit there. That's all to do, just lift that bit there. That's what this does. It's going to give you that lift. So we're going to get the jawline, we're going to get the higher cheekbones, we're going to get the lift around here. It's called EMS. We need to start off again with a lubricant. Don't use moisturisers, don't use oils. They're a barrier. You need to use conductors. Aloe vera is fantastic. This is one that I have from Pure Derma, an aloe vera gel, which is fantastic and it works really well. We need some aloe vera, and we're going to need quite a bit. We need that slip, we need that lubricant. I want my cheek lifting, I want my jawline lifting and tightening, I want to lift around the eyes, I want my eyebrows to be lifted. Okay, so that is almost just laying it on my skin. What I don't want to do is rub it in. So now we need to go back to our Ice Queen Facial Glow. I love that name, Ice Queen. EMS, there we go, got EMS there. Okay, so we're lifting now. So we're applying pressure on the upward direction. So you can see here how it's getting that jawline. And we're going to be really chiseling those jowls. It's like a little mini workout for your face. That's what we need, isn't it? A mini workout where we don't actually have to go to the gym, but it's a facial workout. The next one is the eye mode. Now this is great if you've got the bags under the eyes, you get puffiness around the eyes, you wake up and your eyes are all puffy and heavy. It combines sort of general vibration with a cooling mode. Want to apply an eye cream for this? Okay, let's give it a go. This is lovely. And it's just like a vibration that's really very, very soothing. I think if I was lying on a bed and someone was doing this, lying on a bed, the mind boggles. What I meant was if I was in a salon on the beauty couch. Oh dear. This is only sort of 1 to 2 minutes each eye. Oh, that was nice. How am I looking? Brighter? Definitely. Smoother? More of a glow, haven't I? So now we move on to the last mode, which is perfectly placed. It's just perfectly placed in exactly what you need now, because that is warm. That little metal head there is warm. If I touch it on there, it's warm, like I said, a warm spoon, a spoon that's been in warm water, and you just do it there, but a comfort warm. The next mode is the cooling mode, and that goes really cold immediately. I know for the scientists out there, or the engineers out there, they go, it's a simple process, but for me I just go, wow, it goes from warm to cold immediately. I'm going to go back to my hyaluronic acid just because I want a little bit of slip. Oh my word, that feels so soft. That is incredible. And this now, it gets cold. Now what this does, it's actually really important, it's not just about cooling your skin down. We've opened the pores, remember, these sonic vibrations, you know, we've gone into the skin, we've opened the pores, we've pushed products into the skin, we've de-cleansed the skin. What this does now with the cold is tightening the pores up again. So we need to close with something cold. That really is quite cold. It's definitely what your face needs right now. It doesn't feel tight, it doesn't feel hot, it doesn't feel irritated. It feels really, really, really clean. First of all, it feels really, but it just feels fresh. Now, I'm not going to put makeup on because it's in too good a place to put makeup on, but I know that if I did apply makeup now, it would just go on so much nicer. So let's have a look in there. What do we think? I think there's an incredible difference. So my favourite, my Elemis Pro Collagen. I just love this product. Oh, wow. It feels so much tighter. Normally when I apply creams, it's like I rub and my skin moves. Do you know what? My skin feels firmer. It feels tighter. This is one go. The reality is this is one go that I've done it properly. It feels tighter, it feels lifted. I put the cream on and it's like, remember in your youth we used to apply products and your skin stayed in place, whereas now you do it and your skin tends to move. This is phenomenal. This side of my face feels different. Seriously, different. This device is the price of one facial. Less than one facial. And you can do it every day. Just pick the bits you like. If you want to get rid of these, now I get things to review and I don't like them, I will tell you it's wasting money, don't try it. But I actually asked for this because I thought it looked great. It is great. This is my review. I'm a beauty therapist. I taught beauty therapy. I absolutely love it and I think it's fantastic. If you want to get your facial glow device, then there is a link in the description box below. And of course, there's a discount code. get that while the discount code is active and while that's live. They don't last forever. Don't forget, click the subscribe, click that notification bell, because that tells you when my new videos are out. I'm going to do this side of the face now because I can't go out lopsided. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.